All right, so we are talking today about graphing equations given that we have a y-equal rule. So, looking at this equation, it says y equals 2/3 x plus 4. So, 4, as you recall, was our starting point. It is also our y-intercept. So, we put that where y equals 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is where we are starting. Now, from 4, we use our slope, just like we would when we were finding our equation from the graph. So our slope, we have that our rise over run equals 2/3. So, I like to start with the run, or the over, I call it over, to the right. So from 4, we have a run of 3. So we go over 1, 2, 3. And now we are going to go up 2, because that's our rise. And we rise 2. So we rise 1, 2. And I'm going to put another point there. So our run was over 3, and then we went up 2. Now we can do our line by connecting those points. Okay, let's take a look at our next one. Pause for a second here and label what you think the starting point is going to be and what you think our rise over run or our slope is going to be. So go ahead and pause here and think about those things. All right, let's go over it. So our starting point here is this -3. So I'm going to plot that -3. So 1, 2, 3. And now let's look at our slope. So we know that our slope is rise over run. Based on the fact that the -1/2 has the x with it, we know that that's our slope. So rise over run is -1/2. So now from our starting point, we're going to go with our run of 2 to the right. So 1, 2. So we went to the right 2. And then it says -1. So our rise is -1. So we're actually going to go down 1. Let me take those words off because they're in the way. All right. So we went over 2, down 1. So 2 and then -1. I like to label that so we know how we got there. And now we can draw our line. All right, let's take a look at our last one. So y equals 5x plus 3. So this one's going to be a little bit different. So 3 is our starting point at y equals 3, or our y-intercept. So I'm going to make sure that we keep using those two words. So y-intercept. So that is where the line will cross the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. And now we know that our slope is 5. So our rise over run is actually going to be 5/1. Okay, so with that whole number, it's 5/1, because we know from before that 5/1 is the same as 5. Same as any number over 1 is just that number. So that means our run is 1. So we go to the right 1. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right 1 and then up 5, because that's our rise over run. Now we just connect those 2 points with a nice line. And I know that the second half of my line that goes down might not be great because I didn't put points there. Okay, so it's important to use the points. All right, so that concludes our video. I hope that this helps you guys, and just message me if you have any questions. From here, you are working on IXL Y6.